Thanks for joining us today on Questions and Answers with James Townsend and Son. Our main question today is on fashion in the 18th century. First, I want to thank you all for all your very kind comments on my latest video.
Here's our first question. This is from Alexandra, 1979. She says, I would love these. This is on Ivy's Jumbles video. I would love these. Thank you for sharing. I would say I would brush with butter and sprinkle cinnamon sugar before baking. These look perfect, as is always. And she says, thank you, Ivy. You did a brilliant job. And of course, Ivy did a wonderful job. The interesting thing is that many times in these Jumbles recipes, as we did the research for that, they did do different kinds of glazes and coverings or little finishing touches on these Jumbles. And many times that was after they were baked, and they would then put their little glaze on the top of it and then bake them again for a little bit. So that is a common thing to do for these period recipes. And here's the next one. This is from Log Hill Enterprises. Great job, Ivy. John, I have two questions. Number one, can almond pie filling be used instead of almond paste? And did you use heavy cream or light cream in this recipe? I am not totally familiar with what this almond pie filling is going to be like. I would suggest that the almond paste really is going to be the best way to go with this, unless you want to experiment with that. But as far as I know, almond paste, I would stick there. And heavy cream or light cream, either one's probably going to work fine. You might even be able to get away with just plain milk in here, but we used heavy cream. And this one I specifically wanted Ivy to be in for, and maybe she can help answer this one. Jason C. says, what a pleasant surprise. Now, if I could get my kids into cooking like this, who knows, maybe after I show them this video, they'll want to give it a shot. Well done, Ivy. So, Ivy, tell me, what do you think about kids and cooking and learning history?
I find it very fun, and I think children should be involved in this.
Did you find a fun way to learn about history?
I think it's a great way to connect with history.
Okay, I've got a couple other questions here. This is from Cheap Cooking Channel, and it's on the dishes washing video that we did, actually the Q&A, and it says, did they use these for plates, bowls, cups, and utensils? In other words, using the sand and the ashes and all these kind of very abrasive cooking methods or cleaning methods. Because these seem like they would only work for scrubbing cookware. Yes and no. Many of the things that they used, like the knives and the utensils, they weren't stainless steel like ours. And so they rusted, and they did need a lot more scrubbing than ours do today. Our knives and our utensils basically just need a quick wipe with a little bit of soap, and whoop, they're clean. These, they can get rusty very easily, so they would need a good bit of scrubbing sometimes to really get them clean. On the other hand, when you're dealing with the porcelain things, the pottery pieces, they of course did not need that same kind of scrubbing unless they really had something baked onto them. So they would use just a plain soft soap. So soft soaps and hard soaps were available in the time period, and a soft soap is something that you would commonly see when they were cooking, when they were cleaning off items like this, even their utensils and the cooking surfaces. Hannah Glass mentions not to use the highly abrasive stuff on your cooking surface because it'll leave sand behind and you'll get grit in your food. So see, she suggests just washing with soft soap. So yeah, sometimes they would just use simple soaps instead of these highly abrasive things. On the Jumble video, George A. asks this question. He says, I have a question. Did fashion change much in the 18th century? Was there a difference between 1770s and 1780s clothing, for example? The fashion changes a lot. I mean, it seems like when we look back into history, we think Revolutionary War, and it kind of that fashion from that time period seems very settled and static for us. But there's a great deal of fashion change that's happening all throughout the 18th century. So if you look at something like from 1700 and look at the common fashion for 1700 and then look at it for 1800, there is a massive change that's happening. And it's a constant evolution of men's and women's and even children's clothing all through that time period. So you will find even a change in clothing from 1770 to 1780 if you look closely. So it's a very interesting thing to study and to see how those clothing things really change. And they change a whole lot more from 1770 to say 1800. There's a big shift in clothing for both men and women through that time period. First of all, I really want to thank you for the massive quantity of very kind comments for Ivy's video. It's very encouraging, especially to someone who's just getting started or doesn't do that many videos. So thank you so much for those just very encouraging words that you gave Ivy's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That is so helpful for people finding our videos and encouraging too. Also, we have a clearance sale going on our website. I'll make sure to put a link to the web special section. We're getting ready for our new catalog right now, and so we have to clear some shelves and clear some catalog space for some great new things we're doing with the catalog. So make sure to check out the web special section on our website. I really want to thank everyone for all the answers and the comments that we got out of last week's Q&A with the question about what kind of persona you'd be most interested in. Those were great and very interesting answers. A new video came out. We were going to put it out Tuesday, but then we had a little bit of trouble, and so it went out Wednesday. It's the second Peter Goebel video. Very interesting. You're going to love that. And, you know, that reminds me, Facebook and YouTube, they don't always tell everyone about new videos coming out. And so it can be hard to find out about those at times. So I'm starting a brand new email mailing list for all you YouTubers out there who are interested in finding out about the newest episodes and the news coming out from James Townsend and Son. I'm going to make sure to put a link down in the description section so you can go sign up for that list. Really go and do that. It's really going to be the best way for you to keep updated with the videos and the news. Thanks for watching. If you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button up here. That'll take you to a spot where you can subscribe. That really is the best way to get notification of all the new videos that are out. I want to thank everyone for watching.